Welcome survivors. Studio Wildcard have responded to the player base in the latest community crunch regarding the fallout from last week's roadmap, especially in regards to having to rebuy ARK and all of the DLCs in a UE5 remaster along with ARK 2, which we've seen no gameplay of and won't before next year. And also the sunsetting of the official server network on ARK Survival Evolved. Studio Wildcard said they've taken on the feedback this past week, and boy was there a lot of it, and they've revised their plans. The main change being made to the roadmap focuses on the ARK Respawn bundle and the price for ARK Survival Ascended overall. So they are now scrapping the ARK Respawn bundle entirely. This was the bundle that would get you ARK Survival Ascended and ARK 2 along with a 1 month closed beta, but that didn't include the DLC season passes, which would have cost extra. They are now going to be selling ARK Survival Ascended as a standalone package on all platforms and will be priced at $59.99. This standalone package includes everything from the island, survival of the fittest, all of the official DLCs to all of the community maps. This means that instead of the bundle and all DLCs costing $90, it will now only be $60. Of course, that doesn't include ARK 2, so whether the ARK 2 1 month closed beta is now off the table isn't quite clear, but considering it won't be coming until the end of 2024, possibly into 2025, it is not really such an issue right now. Now this I personally feel is a much better offer, and Studio Wildcard have listened to the feedback. There's literally no way they couldn't respond, and there's literally no way they couldn't have made any changes. I am very pleased with this myself. No one is being forced to buy ARK 2 anymore where they haven't seen any gameplay for it yet, and it makes sense for Xbox because they'll get ARK 2 free on Game Pass anyway, so no need to force them to buy a bundle that includes ARK 2. And we'll see ARK Survival Ascended gameplay at some point before it becomes available to purchase. Fingers crossed, and hopefully that's going to be sooner rather than later. Don't leave it until like a week or a month before, get it earlier in the year. So no, it's not a free upgrade, but they have touched upon the reasons for their change in direction on that front. They said their original upgrade plans were to simply port the Switch version of the game and undo the graphical limitations that are tied to the Switch platform, and therefore doing what would likely be a fairly simple upgrade that wouldn't necessarily warrant extra charge. Now they've said here, after carefully considering what would be the best outcome for those who enjoy ARK Survival Evolved and would want to continue to enjoy it in the years to come. And it's this bit that says to me that the devs are fully aware that the player base won't necessarily be sold on ARK 2, and therefore they wanted to make a better remaster that will keep people playing for many more years to come. Rather than just doing a simple port, they are going to do a lot more work on it. And so they are going to be making use of the new technological advancements that come with Unreal Engine 5 to make a much more improved game. And due to this, it would have likely caused more problems directly upgrading ARK Survival Evolved than making it into a separate game. Now they should really have explained all of this in the original roadmap. If they had that hindsight, what sort of response they'd get, this would have made things a lot calmer, I think, after the last roadmap. And some of those changes have now been revealed as dynamic navigation mesh and creature pathfinding overhaul, which is something they're planning for ARK 2. Photo mode, which I'm really interested to see if it differs much from NVIDIA Andal. NVIDIA DLSS, which would provide a pretty big boost to graphics and performance. Dino Baby Management Quality of Life. Doesn't say exactly what that entails yet, but all quality of life is generally a good thing. Wild babies will be spawning on the maps, snap point improvements, character creation and customization improvements. I'm really interested to see how the character creation changes. and cross-platform multiplayer and full blueprint modding. I know we mentioned this before, but we're serious. It's happening on PC and consoles at launch, and we've got it working internally with Overwolf technology. This dramatically changes the nature of the console experience. Now, that's still a little contradictory to what Overwolf have recently claimed on LinkedIn when they said that their plan is to bring mods to PC in August at launch and consoles later in the year. So for now, I'd take that with a pinch of salt. Now, official servers will still be sunsetting, I'm afraid, and this will be happening on the 31st of August, shortly before the ASA launch. So this indicates that ARK Survival Ascended will be launching on the 31st of August, but I'd be prepared for a push into September, as I'm sure you would all agree. They did say their reasoning behind the decision is that those servers are essentially based on old technology and require significant development resources and time for our teams to operate and maintain. In some cases, the issues aren't as easily solvable without an overall upgrade. Additionally, we know that those resources could be better utilised on fundamentally new technology to further enhance the overall game experience for all players. The crunch went on to reconfirm that the Rationale will be the final content update for ARK Survival Evolved, which will be dropping in June for ARK's 8th anniversary. They showed off the creature concept, showing how significantly large it is compared to a survivor, although not necessarily as large as some people may have hoped it might be, nicknaming it the Sky Giga. And that next week we will be getting its dossier revealed. And last but not least, a brand new creature vote is taking place, this time for it to arrive on ARK Survival Ascended. It's going to be a real world creature that will be released on day one at launch and will be unique to Scorched Earth only. So more than likely is not going to be any sort of water based creature, so you might want to think about that if you're planning on submitting one. So this submission is now open. If you want to submit a creature or vote for a submission, you can find the link in the description below. So overall, I'm very pleased with this. I know that those on official servers, especially on Xbox One and PS4, will be disappointed that they are still switching the official server network off. But survivors, let me know in the comments how you feel about these changes overall. And if you don't want to miss out on any of the latest ARK news, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.